And good evening. Give me a second here. Still warming up. Okay, welcome to the Gary Brodsky Show. I'm your host, Gary Brodsky. That happens. What we're going to talk about tonight is the childing up of America. How it affects everybody, probably you guys as well. The childing of America is this. They are turning grown men, well, let me put it this way, men who should be grown men into children. And you see it everywhere, of course. You hear it in the way they speak. You see it in their mannerisms. You see it in their lack of desire to do or be anything. That's what's going on now. That is the big agenda. That is one of the hidden agendas that just sort of went under the rug. So I'll mention again, the childing of America. Watch it and you shall see it. Let me get into some more detail about the childing of America. Of course, I know I get a lot of shit for saying that guys should not play video games. But I'm going to say it. The video games, level 5, the giggling. You see it in men now. The complaining, the bitching. All the stuff you never saw in men years ago. Now, it's not that it's the individual's choice. It's that it's programmed. And they're doing a lot of hit pieces on me now, which I couldn't give a fuck. Seriously. Saying that, I'm wrong. Not about what I'm saying, but that it's good that America's all child up now and that everybody just lives for stupidity, nonsense, and silliness. And, well, I agree with a lot of that. But that's a pretty sad state of affairs. Now, if you go on YouTube, so I don't have to tell the story, you can look at the herbivoreal man. Now, it takes place in Japan, where men have given up on being a warrior culture, an accomplished culture, a masculine culture, any type of culture. And what do? They stay home, live with their mothers, fathers, and play video games day and night and FaceTime each other. That's a pretty sad state of the world, wouldn't you agree? But it's called the childing of America, and I see it everywhere where people just don't realize how close they are to losing the society and the civilization that is cuddling them and pampering them. Kids today, and it's not their fault. I'm talking about little kids. You got to be 85 fucking pounds in my state to sit in the front seat. And then these dumb thoughts go through my head, like, what if you have no legs? Or I know some girls are about 88 pounds, shoving the fucking back. I mean, it's just so stupid that there are so many rules and regulations about being an adult. And here's a funny story. I got pulled over the other day, and the cop said, license, registration, and insurance. Now, I don't know where the registration is, so I give him the license and the insurance. And he says to me, where's your registration? I said, no disrespect, officer. I really can't find it, but would I insure a car that I stole? He laughed and gave me the stuff back. I didn't give him that line because I am so sick of this line. Really sick of it. Every YouTube clip on Facebook and everything. And I'm being detained, and I'm being detained, and I'm being detained. I blew a stop sign. I was being detained. I knew that. So, it's a little funny story. Anyway, I'm open for questions. Gary Brodsky 123 at AOL.com. And let's see what we have here. Jim, if you're watching, thank you. Thank you. We will get to work on that immediately. It's still checking for mail. This is an old one. Oh, it's still checking. Okay. Still at Fox. I'll get back to it. But it's always the intent of our lords and masters to put us in the safe zone. And that's dangerous. Because what the safe zone is a zone we will not try anything, not do anything. We're happy and we are, the big curse, complacent. I am happy to sit here and play my video game or watch my show or do this, take no chances, take no ventures. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm in debt like up to here. I've taken some chances that didn't work out. You got to fight out of it. But guys don't even want to fight into it. Perhaps they'll win, perhaps they'll lose. No. Women, on the other hand, are still pretty much women. They've gotten a little bitchier over the years, a little bit more attitude. Well, I'm not going to blame them. Look what they got to work with in terms of men, okay? Look around. Go outside. Go to, it's scary. It's really scary. I was at Starbucks. And what's scary is there is no talking in there. Everybody is sitting on their computers, on their laptops. No talking at all. No talking. The opposite is in the clubs, which is so loud you can't hear. There seems to be no middle ground. But then again, dancing is out. Guys don't dance anymore. There's no dance clubs. Very few. If you want, you have to go all the way into the city if you don't live there, into some city or major area. It's just the whole social structure is being slowly and in part being taken away from us. Now, if you're alpha and you're cool and you got the right attitude, I'm not going to bother you. But you have to realize you got to cut through a lot of shit these days just to get somebody's attention. Why? They got these things plugged into their ears, and they're looking at their cell phone, totally disassociating themselves with the world they live in. And this world has problems. I won't say it doesn't. But cutting yourself off from it does not stop the problem. It's like having a tiger in your house. You put your hands over your eyes and like, I can't see him. He's not here. Oh, he's there. So let's see if this thing has finished. Yes, I know. Watch. You have been. Yeah, I'm gonna have to update this thing. The new phone's like this big. I may as well carry a big TV set. It's just still checking for mail. And we got some questions here. I think. Yes. It was a yes or no private question. All right, at least we got those coming in. So, actually, somebody's complaining there's no music on the show. And I was thinking of bringing some back because it does make the show go smoother and quicker. And, of course, I now know that there's more than one person complaining, oh, my God, he's using music. But here we go more about the Charlie of America. Okay, I work out with a few people, martial arts, outside. Kids walk by, they don't look, they don't ask what's going on, they don't even watch. Some of the guys I work out with are damn fucking good, okay? They don't watch. Two guys fighting and they walk right by. No interest. Nothing interests anybody except goddamn fucking machinery today. Or people criticize the shit out of each other. That's most marriages, okay? I'm starting to do some marriage counseling because when marriages get to the point where, oh, well, he did this and he did that and she said this, and it comes down to petty fucking bullshit, there is a problem. And it's correctable. And now smoking is a problem too. I was watching some show years ago, and interesting. I don't know how many of the martial arts guys are out there at this moment, but I was watching Enter the Dragon last night because I'm sort of addicted to that, and that show had a lot of complaints against it because I researched the stuff, and I never even thought about this or something that people should be complaining about. What do you think they're complaining about? Okay, big complaining about what Enter the Dragon has. Anybody have any idea? Well, let me know. Gary Brodsky 123 at AOL.com, and I'll tell you what it is in a few minutes if I don't forget to answer my own questions. Well, let's check anyway. Checking the mail. Still does that. Okay, it's still checking. Here comes something. Hey, Chris. All right, Chris. All right. Chris is in the house. Good evening, Dr. Brodsky. I just purchased the Science of Lust and Love webinar. Absolutely brilliant. Best audio yet, although I need to replay it at least once so the information can sink in. I missed how witty and engaging Stephen Horn is, especially when we used to have a prayer hour every week. Thanks, Chris. Chris, thank you. That is about the hottest selling thing right now at GaryBrodsky.com. And I'm going to use this too because I've got so many comments on that. The Science of Lust and Love. It's on sale now at $9.95. Anybody watching, go get that. It's brilliant. It's actually something I've been working on with Stephen for a long time, and it's actually brought me into a new direction. And I really appreciate his help with that. But that is, I listen to it over and over again too because it's just a phenomenal, really great educational tool. The Science of Lust and Love at GaryBrodsky.com. Audio programs. Those of you who are morons! Okay, just had to do that. Just gotta get the shit out, you know? Had a rough week. I don't even remember it. That's how rough it was. Checking the mail. Oh, who gives a shit? I'll turn this fucking thing off anyway. Yeah, a lot of new stuff up there. The Science. Yeah, well, mail comes in when don't check for it, huh? Nope. Sale at some place. But yeah, that was a great audio. And in further discussions with other people, including myself, I talk to myself, not the same way most people do. So I talk to myself too much, I'll just get a Bluetooth and no one will notice. And I was thinking actually out loud. That's called talk to yourself. In my book. And I do have books, you can check it out. So when I say my book, I actually mean it. I don't believe there is such a thing as illness. Let me finish. I don't think there's such a thing as mental problems. I don't believe there's such a thing as being handicapped in a lot of ways. Now, I'm not going to finish. It does exist. But in the Bible, yep, I'm talking about the Bible, so everybody just jump off right now. They called it demons. Casting out the demons. And they tell you exactly, step by step, how to do it. And that's in the Old and New Testament. So I read them both. And I have found that I've done it myself with many people, and it's so much more effective than medicine, no side effects, and it works. And that's going to be one of the new webinars coming up, is how to cast out demons. And basically it's an act. You have to have somebody else do it. It's very hard to do it yourself, but it can be done, and I think that's important to address that. Also, one webinar coming up soon is how to put curses on people. What the hell? You gotta learn how to fight back. And when you hear this, and this webinar will be announced shortly, on how to do curses on people, no, it will never be released in a recording. It will be, you gotta be there, okay? You'll say, holy shit, I could have figured this out myself, but I didn't. It's that easy. I don't really do it, but I'm willing to teach it. It's just like martial arts teachers I know. They're willing to teach martial arts. They teach you every move. They never had to fight in their life. So how you're going to use it is up to you. But there is a way to put curses on people, curses on things that you don't like, that will work, and the evidence has been before your eyes your whole life. And I've decided I'm going to go public with it. Now let's back to Enter the Dragon. What was the scene that offended people the most? And it was accepted then as being totally normal. When that woman is coming around to Bruce Lee, Jim Kelly, and John Saxon with a whole bunch of girls tonight, and they just take them. That was normal at one time. Yeah, line up the guy, get a couple of drinks, a hot broad, yeah. Now, oh, that's anti-feminist, it's anti-this, it's pro-this, it's anti-that. They're making so many politically correct rules. I have a few friends, one of mine said, you can't say anything today. You cannot say anything today. And that is absolutely true. Now I'm holding a cell phone like a goddamn jerk off, but I'll just leave it like this. While I have some soda, whilst I wait. Oh, I can't take this thing. I'm just turning it off again. That's when everything comes in. But yeah, this is a broad range show. I'm a little not as crazy as usual, but it may come. I don't know. Haha, we got a question in here. Oh, we got a new guy, Mr. VX. Good evening. Thank you for calling. Okay. Okay, it's loading. This is you know, where we're caught in the world of man mixing with machine. Do you think that middle-aged alpha guys in their 50s, 40s, 60s, whatever, should dye their hair, or is it a bit faggy? I'm fighting the gray. Cheers. Vic. Okay, yeah, how you doing, Vic? No, I don't think so. Why? Because, again, to be alpha, and I use this analogy a lot, go to any biker club where they hang out. You see guys with no hair, gray hair, white hair, bads. The girls are jumping all over them. Why? They're alpha. That's all it takes. Being alpha. Stomachs out the hair, doesn't matter. The presence of being alpha is not determined by the color of your hair, by your height, by your weight, by your financial status. It's by your attitude. And this is gospel. What looks odd to men, confidence is to women. Simple. You have confidence, I don't care what color your hair is. You beat the guy with nice hair all the time. And confidence right now we do, as you probably know, have a crisis of confidence. Serious crisis of confidence, which brings me back to what I was saying earlier. the childing of America. You don't have to be confident anymore. You do if you want women, if you want possessions, if you want to enjoy capitalism, which somehow eluded everybody that this is not a communist country. Well, not yet, maybe tomorrow, but it's not. Nobody does business ventures anymore. People just, well, I'm out of work. Well, why don't you start your own business? Nope, I'm out of work. I'm looking for a job. Well, the job market is very small right now. That's not my fault. Well, if it was my fault, I'd fix it. Start something, try something, do something, and I'll give you some things to do to make you feel good. Because when you feel good and you feel like a winner, you act different. And I know I'm contradicting the other guys who call themselves dating gurus, but I am glad to. My screen just went, okay, it's back. All right, got a question coming in. But, you know, they say, don't go on Facebook, don't go on Facebook. Yeah, with that fucking voice, right? Try doing this. Go on Facebook, and I give everybody a like. Here's a new picture of me, I like it. Because, yeah, people are looking for attention, but why not make their day a little bit better? Hey, you look great. Just try that. By making people feel good, guess what happens? You feel good. And when you feel good, you can do a hell of a lot more. So Facebook is a really easy thing if you have a Facebook account. If you don't, a little harder. But I do it outside too. Hey, you look great. That doesn't mean I'm trying to hit on the girl overall. I'm just telling her she looks great. And I'll keep walking. That really changes you so quickly. Instead of walking around going, and this is how most people are around. Look at that dick over there. No, I don't have that Brooklyn attitude anymore. But I have no choice. I gotta use it. Look at that asshole over there, who he thinks he is. You know, stuff like that. Oh, look at him, right, with a fucking new car. Oh, fuck him. No. Hey, I'm glad he has that car. I hope he enjoys it. Get best of health, this and that. Watch how fast your life will change when you start saying, hi, can I help you? And expect nothing back in return. Nothing. Because you're going to get something back in return anyway. It's not going to be, you know, guys say, well, only talk to women if you want to pick them up. Really? No, you got to talk to everybody. It's like practicing a martial art. Off the subject, what do you think is better, manual transmission or automatic? Automatic. I guess you want a reason for that. I live in New York City, okay, with a manual transmission car. You have no idea how much I enjoyed automatic. Just mention that. Yeah, I actually can enjoy both. But just making people feel good makes you feel good. Something you should do. But now we have a child society that makes fun of everything anybody else does. And after this soda, I will go into some details. Japan, which used to be the warrior culture we all admired, karate, the samurai sword, we used to watch the samurai movies, now has actually fallen to the point, and this is on, again, you can see it on YouTube, where they go to whorehouses that have very well made fake dolls. And they say guys who have become too shy to approach real women, and they really are doing a great business with the dolls. That's scary, okay? Because if that's happening in Japan, worse is happening here. That's why I'm saying you got to talk to people. People are meant to be with people, not with machines and fucking dolls. Yes, the dolls may look pretty hot, I got to admit that, but they're not real. It's like pornography is not real. Pornography is a bunch of bullshit. Okay, you like this, watching pornography, there's no emotional investment. You're not going to be rejected. There's no humanistic reaction, except for that. It's going to create an unrealistic thing in your mind. Then when you meet a real girl, she doesn't exactly look like the porno actress, you won't be turned on. You're really ruining yourself. Porno is destructive. I know it sounds crazy. I'm anti-porno. I'm anti-drugs. Hell, what am I doing here? The whole world is on drugs. I'm not talking about prescription medication because in a lot of cases, people needed to live until they can find another way. But everybody's on drugs. Alcoholism is off the charts. Antidepressants are way off. We have an unhappy society because we've cut ourselves off from each other. Lonnie, it'll be going out Thursday. They take a while to make, and the guy that makes them and helps make them is back in town. Yeah. So that's what we have, a society that's afraid to talk to each other. And now, what used to be the free love society, and I have pictures, I can't, obviously, don't print them out. Well, you saw, in the 1970s, and I go back to this a lot because, no, I'm not wanting the 70s to return, but it would be nice. It's not going to happen, so let's be realistic. And you see college campuses and guys and girls laying all over the place on each other, holding, kissing each other, making out. Considered normal then. Now, nobody is touching anybody, no holding hands, no physical contact, no dating. They have advisors on how to talk to women because it's like people don't know how. And the way to talk to women is in the most castrated way possible. And we accept it and go, how can we change it? Well, you can change it by not going along with it. So saying everybody's jumping off the cliff, how do I not do it? Just don't go with them. I'm going to use a match this time because I don't know where for my lighter. They have divided men and women. And if you stay divided, you're conquered. Okay? Okay, let's get some questions in here. I don't know if they're in here or not. I'm still waiting. Very slow pace show tonight, isn't it? Even the phone is working slow. It's like one of these. Well, anyway. So back to the Trolley of America. Wow, here comes some questions. It was all been stacked up. That's what this took so long. Maybe have some things on the Trolley of America. Let's see. Whoa, wrong button. Absolutely. When you hear about the curses, you will be amazed on how easy it is to curse and put a curse on anybody. Now, I use information to give you information. What you do with it, up to you. This is the 14th law of the Roman Constitution. Anyone who annoys another by means of magic, incantation, or diabolical arts, and renders him inactive or ill, or prepares to administer poison to him, is guilty of capital crime and shall be punished with death. All people believe the occult isn't real, as though the Romans didn't conquer the world. GR, thank you. Oh, everybody believes the occult is not real, except for, well, who believes the occult is real? Madonna, Elvis, the Beatles, the New World Order, who owns everything. It's all occult. Look it up. Every great conqueror, both good and evil, believed in the occult, and it worked for them. Pretty goddamn big for something that's not real. Egypt was all about the occult. So much so they spent most of the day busy with the occult. They had to actually enslave other people to do their work because they were very busy with the occult. And that empire is less long than any other. And the Roman were terrified of somebody else knowing the occult. And I've studied Romans, the Sumerians, all of them. Why do they have all these occult things around? Because it didn't work? No. Empires are built out of the knowledge of the occult. I have seen so many things in my life, and I will be doing a lot of the shows with people who have seen them with me, how the occult has worked. Every great person, good, evil, very quietly wealthy, blatantly, obscenely in-your-face wealthy, all have had occult people working with them. I know, I've helped a lot of people, including a lot of physicians who said, I can't believe that you healed this person. It defies science. And now there's a new thing, of course. Well, I don't believe in religion. I do. But they say, I don't believe in religion. I believe in science. Like they're two opposite things. Science is only proving religion. My best example, Bible, first line. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The beginning, time. The heavens, space. The earth, mass. 60 years ago, they figured, and they proved that there is a connection between time, space, and matter. 5,000 years ago, when they started writing the Bible, it was right in there. Now, the Bible to me is an occult book. People walking on water, people healing people, raising the dead, snakes turning into sticks, sticks turning into snakes, parting the Red Sea. If that's not occult or hidden in the Bible, is every occult ritual. That's where I get them from. I remember when I was a kid, I had to read the Bible every day. I took a stick. I went to Cornell Beach. I stood like this, and I tried to part the waters. I am not at that level yet. But, hey, I tried. But there's a lot of stuff in there that they teach you how to do, but it's hidden. People don't read it anymore. They don't read anything. In fact, I'll go through this analogy again. Dumb people. Let's say you're a movie producer. We all know how to satanic stuff. Forget that, all that. You're just producing a movie. And you wanted to show a highly educated person, or even a TV commercial. What do you show behind them? Books. Sign of intelligence. You want to show a moron. What do you show? Television sets. Should be pretty obvious. I got some great webinars coming up, and I hope you'll join us. Yes, I'm waiting for this thing to populate. Do they want to depopulate the world? They want to depopulate the phone. Yes, I can. To the number question, yes, I can. And I intend to. And thank you for asking. David, my most valiant friend. In the Middle East, you can go to jail for reading tarot cards and practice magic. Yes. It's illegal in a lot of countries. Why? Why would they make something illegal? It's a joke. It doesn't work. Think about that. Now, wait for this. The tarot cards, if you know them, and I know them pretty well, I have my deck somewhere around here. Yeah, right here. I'm not joking. These work. Now, the tarot deck is comprised of two parts. The major arcana and the minor arcana. The major arcana, we'll leave it aside. The minor arcana is the same as a deck of playing cards. So, yes, you can go to prison in a lot of countries for using the tarot cards because they work. I remember one Friday night, I sat around with the tarot cards. I was a teenager, probably about 16. My aunt and her sister, I guess, were big occultists. You've probably heard this before, but for those who haven't, because a lot of you have just popped on, they did rituals for many people, but some that you might have heard of. Johnny Carson, Steve Allen, and Merv Griffin, to get them to be talk show hosts. And somebody just did some research to see if this was accurate, and yes, she was on all their shows. and they came to her as kids. So she told me tarot cards. I used to do readings for people. And sometimes, stuff would come up. That's why I stopped doing it. And I may get back into it. But stuff would come up like, shit, you're going to fucking die. Sorry. And of course, my brother Palehead would say to me, if they're going to die, why don't you borrow some money from them? Like, he was a little nuts. He did work for the suicide prevention line. They got fired for asking for loans for people like dead bent on suicide. I mean, he was a little out there, but not in a malicious way. He's legitimately crazy. But I sat there with the tarot cards at age 16. I knew a whole bunch of girls, seeing which ones are easy to lay and I could get, and it worked like a charm. That's why they are not taught, not used. Real tarot readers are hard to find, and yet it's one of the easiest things in the world. I read the shells too. And I showed on one of my occult shows how anybody can read anything without any tools. But you got to come to webinars for that. I'll just, thank you. Tell you this funny story, okay? There was a guy, Emilio, who was this big fat slob. I mean, he's one of those guys at the Westons. He drank, would just come down like this. I knew a very classy girl. I mean, one of these girls whose outfit matched her car. I mean, that type of girl. And she said, "Oh, that is the most disgusting guy I've ever seen. I can't stand him." I said, "How about this? I do a magic spell for you and him." Go ahead, see if it works. They're still married. It worked. It doesn't fail. It's been around for predating any Bible or anything. Love spells. I'm wondering what the daily listening classical music 20 days to eliminate brainwashing does. Pavarotti, that too? Yes. Anything that... Oh, what's the thing going backwards? No. Okay. Rock songs are satanic in this way. Okay, first of all, use voodoo drumming, which in itself is not bad. That's the fact when I opened the show, I had voodoo drumming going on. Here's a little taste of it. There's no lyrics. You take voodoo drumming and you put lyrics and a chorus in there, and rock songs stay in your head forever. They program you. The programming is like this. I'm glad you brought that up, and thank you. Every love song, not everyone, but most, is about the heartache, the loss, I want to kill myself, I don't have my girlfriend anymore, type of songs, which play in people's heads in the background. You don't even hear it until one day you're walking around, all of a sudden this song pops into your head. Happens to me all the time. I once had with Puff the Magic Dragon, it wouldn't shut off. I had to turn on every radio I had back then. We had radios from that era. And they all stay in your head, programming the same messages. That explains why a lot of people are so fucked up. Since the advent of rock music, it went through 3 phases. I'm not going to get to the whole phases now. But when the corporations realized rock music is doing really well, and this is before the Beatles, which, by the way, were manufactured by the Tavistock Institute. You can just Google Beatles Tavistock. To put these little messages in your head, getting America all drugged up and stuff like that, it's still playing in the back of your head. And that's why I say you gotta listen to some classical music every day if you want to function normally, or at least the semblance of normality. But anyway, have some more questions. What is a good ritual to break up a couple? Thanks. Well, I can't explain it on the phone or show. I don't have all my implements here. But most of them break up on their own. The way people are today, immature, irresponsible, one wrong thing. This thing's okay. Gary, I watched a video on YouTube about the 60s and 70s, and I saw the way men and women were with each other. And I thought I was looking at another planet. Isn't that weird? Me too. And growing up, I missed those times. We'd love to go back in time to have a night again in the backseat of the car with a girl who died a few days after. Sad, but it's absolutely true. If you look at the 60s and the 70s, 1967, the summer of love. We have 2014, the summer of stupidity. Political correctness. Anything you put down, you force down your throat. The rape culture, the gay awakening, all this crap. And it is crap, and it's somebody else's agenda. The 60s got out of control, and they had to shut it down, and they did it with Operation Chaos, which is all explained in my book, Black Op, at GaryBrodsky.com, ebooks. They had to stop the fun. It got out of hand. But the 60s and the 70s, everybody wants that back again. Like there's going to be an announcement. It was created by the people. I'm going to talk about the people of the 60s and the 70s. Okay? Mostly middle-class, spoiled people, kids, in school, had the guts to march into the Armed National Guard. And it wasn't only Kent State, and in other schools get shot down for believing in what was every song about at that time? Freedom. Now, everybody's afraid of somebody criticizing them, writing them up. They walked into an army to claim freedom. Now, here's the sad part about the 50s. No, sorry, 60s and 70s. Everything, Vietnam War rallies, anti-war songs, sit-ins, college takeovers, Berkeley College, everything, marches in the street, hippies, new ways of thinking, drugs. Guess what? Sad part. Didn't do a damn thing. The Vietnam War still went on till they wanted to close it down. That's why you're going to have to learn. The world is a lot different than the way you think it is. But at least they were having fun. And that is really important. Real fun with real people. Maybe they did slow it down. I don't know. There was a big awakening and everybody went to sleep. But they didn't change a damn thing. I saw the Democratic National Convention. They were fighting the cops. Middle-class kids who wanted freedom. Then they all quit. Gave up. You can't quit. You can't give up. Look at the world we have now because people quit and gave up. Loveless, passionless world. And it's all there. If you want love back in your life, The Science of Lust and Love with Gary Brodsky and Stephen Horn. Stephen Horn basically really lays it out perfectly. What is the most requested Mojo bag? Well, this week it's the One for Wealth. Why? Somebody was talking about it on another show and had amazing opportunities. And I'm not going to give his name, but the wealth, people always had Mojo bags. They were called Wanga bags, Gris bags, medicine bags. Actually, you want an easy, quick way for luck? Proven work. Rabbit's foot. And they don't sell them at the corner store anymore. But there is luck in certain things and bad luck in certain things. And when I was learning about the occult, I was very young, a friend of mine said, well, you don't believe in this stuff? I said, I'm not sure. You'll sleep in a room with a whole bunch of black candles burning. I woke up the next day, I didn't want to live. So, What's funny is my son, the older one, the horse. He had my Attraction Mojo bag. I had him hold it because I was still working out in the gym. He got a girlfriend. I ain't getting the bag back, okay? Instant girlfriend. And also my Mojo bag, which is fine, you know. But it was really funny because he talks like he's a 1960s, 50s gangster. I got you a Mojo bag and I got a girlfriend all in one night. And I'm not keeping the Mojo bag, I'm keeping the girl. Yeah, I got a problem with that, see? Like an G. Robinson kid here. I don't know if the beheadings are real or fake. I really don't know. I'm not qualified to answer that. You know, well, people killing other people is nothing new. Okay, let's be realistic. But on the beheadings, I still think the electric chair is worse. Okay, that was, you know. Oh, okay. Does bent over rowing and pull-ups work your traps fully too? Need to do trap specific exercises. Actually, shrugs are best for traps. I have like too much traps, as you can see, bulging out from under here. And they just responded very quickly. Yeah, everybody has muscles that respond quickly, some respond slower. But what I found best for traps, what got my traps really too big for me to ever do this exercise again, because it worked too fast, although I love this exercise, it's upright rows. You grab the bar and you come up here. You can just feel it in the traps without the weight. And it's good for the shoulders. Rocks, okay? Very quick. That's just my own personal experience on that. Waiting for this thing to go again. Still checking for mail. Talking about checking, you know, there's questions. Banks have this thing, if you keep a minimum of $15,000 in that, they won't charge you $6 a month checking fee. And people will do that. My thing is, you give me the $15,000 and I'll give you $20 a week. Then you won't have to worry about the checking fee. You have some change. Just some silliness here. All right, great question here. Gary, the movie The Believers. It's on Netflix. Watch it. Gary, I watched that movie The Believers last week, and I had nightmares about voodoo rituals that very night. Good movie, though. Okay, as long as you're talking about The Believers, I want to ask you something. Be right back. No, I won't be long. Don't worry. Does this look familiar? Just personal items. No need to look in there. This, it wasn't voodoo, it was palo. Palo means stick. Palo Mayumbe. This is a real stick of Palo Mayumbe. Believers, great movie. Actually, that guy in The Believers, I don't even want to mention his name because I know him. Martin Sheen, Jimmy Smits, and that whole crew had this guy doing work for them. In fact, they were knocking Martin Sheen for actually becoming part of it. And as you see the condition of Jimmy Smits, he had a real curse put on him to see what it felt like. Nobody acts that good. So yeah, The Believers is really a great movie about a lot of the arts that I do. And do they work? Yes. But if you notice one thing, this is where people become impatient. The guy comes in and he's in a hotel room. He's got to wait for the right moon to do the curse. Or that's with a lot of rituals. People say, hey, my ritual didn't work. Well, the moon wasn't right. It's got to be done at specific times. And people, why does it have to be done at specific times? Not all of them have to be, but every ritual needs a specific time. Again, not all. Let's say every, I mean, a lot of the major ones. Well, it's like if you want to go to the bank and see a teller, not the machine, well, you got to go before 4 o'clock. If you want to go to a restaurant outside of the McDonald's, then it opened. So you got to go when it's opened. And that's why when people say, hey, your ritual didn't work. Hey, it worked. Yeah, that's because the timing was right. And sometimes I get rushed, I do it at the wrong time, and boy, does it come back in your face. Not that bad, but it's like, you know, I'll just throw this, and boom, pow, wow, what the hell? Oh yeah, the window was not opened. Jason, sorry about your loss. But, okay, we're rounding the bend. Wow, this went quick. So I'm trying to get your questions in before the show ends. All right. That may make a difference. That's Dan. He is using his Lucky Mojo bag, and he's winning money in poker. And that's exactly how it happens. Well, what do we learn from that? Mojo bags work, and I ain't playing poker with Dan. I was playing poker. I used to get in these games with these like killer wise guys, sociopaths. And I had 3 Mojo bags on me. And I was getting like 4 king. I mean, I did this twice in my life. And I was winning every hand to the point I was getting scared. I had a really bad headache at night. I wanted to get out of the game and walk out with everybody's money because I knew the next day would not be too good. I was like, you know, going out with kings full. I just had to keep throwing money back and just leave with a small profit. That's how good it gets. And so you would deal 3 cards, I'd have a jack, 2 in the hole. No matter what happened. Straight flushes, I would go out with a straight flush just because I was scared of these guys. And rightfully so. Oh, question is coming. Loading. All right, yes, it's get your phone updated, believe it or not, and I will. Get the picture. Okay, wait, something might happen. I have one pocket of shoe, and the first thing I noticed is I became really popular. When can I expect a full shoe? Thursday. But that's what everybody notices with the pocket S shoe. And with the full shoe, even more. They become very popular all of a sudden, just for having it. Now you may say, how does this happen? Just like if you have a lot of money, all of a sudden every stockbroker in the world is calling you up with a great stock tip. The financial world knows when you have a lot of money. The spiritual world knows when you have an issue. That's the answer. And so I believe all things are spiritual, except for one person. Trying to get the jokes out today. I'm not that funny tonight. I'll be funny next week, guaranteed. Okay. Isaac, good evening. Hi, Gary. I was just wondering if the Omis work. Yes. It absolutely does. Also, is it a powder? I'm just wondering when it will come in. Thank you. Thank you for ordering, Isaac. And it does work. And it's going to go out Tuesday. We got deluged with orders on that. because it works on one person, and this is what happens. We don't usually stock enough stuff. I don't know how people are going to order. One guy buys it and has tremendous results, tells his friend, and actually somebody pointed this out. Look, they're all kind of in the same zip code. Why? Their friend has to have it, and all of a sudden we run out. So we're restocking really big. In fact, no, it's in the house. So it'll probably go out. You'll probably have a tracking number tomorrow. It is actually in the house. It came on a Sunday delivery. That's how short we were. I just remembered today because I forgot today was Sunday. It happens to me sometimes. So, Omi's is subatomic. I mean, get the whole thing about that. But the thing is, it works. It's like this phone works not that well anymore, but it works. I don't really take it apart and examine why it works. The fact that it works is enough for me. And everything I have does work. GaryBrodsky.com, ColtsForce.com, WealthPlusPower.com, and BrainTrainPower.com. Check them all out. And I shall be back Wednesday. Yes. And everybody, I'm going to use my exit music here. Have a great evening. I always like, and this is something advice to everybody. If you want to feel better, go to YouTube, listen to Gregorian chants. Those were made to heal. I got Greg Olman here. Oh, okay, there it is. Okay. Thank you all. Bless you all. And I'll see you guys next week.